Yeah, I mean, there have been so many announcements of like autonomous EV startups. I'm waiting for my mom to announce one.
Okay.
It's like, Mom, you too. I mean, there's a lot. So, yeah, I mean, in the U.S. alone, there are 4, I think maybe 5 China-funded EV startups.
Yes, sir.
At the $1 billion plus level, like serious funding. And there's a bunch of startups, and then of course the car industry as a whole seems to be moving in that direction. Volkswagen just, I think, announced a huge battery factory that they're going to build. And I think these are all good. It's good for the industry to be moving towards sustainable transport as quickly as possible. We open sourced our patents to try to be helpful in that regard. And so it's encouraging to see all this activity. From a Tesla standpoint, we want to take the set of actions that are likely to accelerate the advent of sustainable energy. Scale up production as fast as we can. So we accelerated plans for the Model 3 by 2 years. And so we want to try to get to 500,000 cars in total in kind of the 2018 timeframe, which is an aggressive schedule, but I think achievable. And then maybe 1 million cars a year by 2020. I can see I think a pretty clear path to get there. Autonomy is obviously extremely important. People are going to want autonomy. It's going to be odd to have a car without autonomy in the future. Yeah, so I think that's.
So what do you
scaling up?
How do you look at all these efforts? Not your mother, but
yeah, my mom's. Yeah,
she's not going to do it. She may do a rocket situation, but how do you look at each of them? Let's go through them. What Google is doing. How do you assess what they're doing when you're looking at it? Because there'll be competitors at some point. These are all eventual competitors.
Well, I think what Google's done a great job of showing the potential of autonomous transport.
Right.
But they're not a car company, so they would potentially license their technology to other car companies. And I think they announced something with Fiat. So I wouldn't say Google's a competitor because they're not a car company. We would compete with somebody perhaps that they license technology to, but not to them directly.
Right.
Apple?
Yeah, that'll be more direct.
That'll be more direct?
Yeah.
You can tell that by the hiring pattern and that
absolutely.
kind of stuff? Yeah. So what do you, okay, so they're going to be more direct. How do you assess it?
I mean, I say I think it's great that they're doing this, and I hope it works out.
What's the time frame for them, do you think?
I don't know. I mean, I think they should have embarked upon this project sooner, actually. But I don't know when they. I mean, they don't share with me the details of their production plans. But I don't think it's going to be. I don't think they'll be in volume production sooner than maybe 2020. That'd be like the soonest.
And is that too late? When you say they should have embarked sooner, is that because 2020 will be too late to stop you or beat you or compete with you or what?
No, it's just like it's a missed opportunity. It's just it'll
be over by 2020?
No, it's not. It's just like it's a couple of years. I think they'll probably make a good car and probably be successful. The car industry is very big, so it's not as though there's one company to the exclusion of others. I mean, there's like a dozen car companies in the world of significance. So, and the most that any company has is approximately 10% market share. So it's not like somebody comes up with a car and they're suddenly like they kill everyone else. It's not that way. And the sheer scale of automotive manufacturing is just it's hard to appreciate until you see the plants. I mean, they're gigantic.
Yeah,
like the
I
industrial.
have seen the plants.
Yeah, I mean, the sheer size of the industrial infrastructure is staggering.
Not just the assembly plant, but everything else that goes.
Yeah, the supply chain, exactly. The assembly plant is just a little
engine
tip of the
plant.
iceberg, really.
Yeah,
The assembly plant is literally tip of the iceberg.
phenomenal.
The supply chain is, once you go to tier 2, tier 3, tier 4 suppliers, that's probably an order of magnitude more than the final assembly.
So you think Google will not be a competitor? Apple
directly.
probably will be a direct competitor.
Yeah, sure.
What about the car companies? The
I think they'll all be competitors. Yeah, sure.
Who do you see out there that has done a nice job so far? Mercedes or
GM
Of what?
of a competitive car?
of the incumbents.
A potentially competitive car, I guess.
I mean, I don't think any of the car companies thus far have made a really great electric car. I mean, you tell me if you disagree, but I don't think yet that any of them have made a great electric car.
Okay.
They, presumably will continue to improve on what they've done so far, and then at some point they may make a car that's a great car, but no, they haven't done that yet.